Masibal, and I am presenting to you our group reporting, which is the telecommunications, network, and internet security. So, before I will give you all about what is in our reports, I will give you some overview about the telecommunication network and internet security. So, information security practitioner must be aware of the risk of computer incidents from the internet and the steps they can take to secure public and private sites. Now, we'll go to our topic. So, telecommunication network and internet security is one of the largest domains in the common body of knowledge, which is TCISSP. So, the topics include our OIS model, TCP or ICP control, security services, network types, network security domain or device, and VPNs. We will move to OIS or Open System Interconnection Reference Model, a model for network communications developed by OIS in the early 1980s. Consists of 7 layers. Each layer has a different function and different protocols operate at each layer: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, and data link layer and physical layer. So, it has 2 main parts. It's from the bottom to up, and please do not throw salami pizza away. And the second is from top to bottom, which has the paragraph: all people seem to need data processing. So now we will proceed to the 7 layers or 7 areas of OIS. So first, application layer. So an application layer provides application services such file transfer and resource allocation. So example are the emails, discussion groups, and the worldwide website at this layer. So the second is the presentation layer. Presentation layer is which performs data formatting such as encryption, description, and data translation. So the third is session layer. Session layer establishes and manages connections between computers. So fourth, transport layer. So transport layer manages the transfer of data, and TCP are 2 protocols operating at this layer. So the fifth is the network layer, so which is manages addressing and routing the packets, and IP operates at this layer. So the sixth part of the layer of the OIS is the data link layer, so which is handles data transfers across. So the 7th and the last layer is the physical layer, which is transmit the actual bits across the physical medium. So now we will proceed to OIS reference model and TCP or IP address. So TCP or IP is a collection of protocols developed in the 1970s to build the ARPANET. ARPANET is today's internet. So next is TCP or IP provides universal connectivity across the internet, offering reliable delivery. So it has a 4 or 5 depend on which book you are reading. Layers as opposed to the 7 in the OIS reference model. So, application layer, transport layer, and internet layer or internet or network layer. Next is the network access layer. So this is data link layer and physical layer. So next is the primary application using TCP or IP. So it consists the file transfer protocol or the TFP. Next is the remote login or the telnet, and electronic mail or simple mail, which is the transfer protocol or CMTP. So OIS reference model and TCP or IP address has 4 layers as follows. So application layer is the first. Application layers provides applications with standardized data exchange, for example, hypertext transfer protocol or HTTP. Next is the file transfer protocol, which is FTP, and post office protocol tree or POP3, or simple mail transfer protocol or CMTP. Then the second layer is the transport layer. It is responsible for maintaining end-to-end communications across the network. Example is the Transmission Control Protocol or TCP and User Data Gram Protocol or which is UDP. So the third is the internet layer or network layer, which is deals with the packets and connects independent networks to transport the packets across network boundaries, establishes and manages connections between computers. Example are the internet protocols or IP address, and then internet control message protocols or ICMP. Then the last one layer is the network access layer or physical layer. These layers sometimes are split into 2 layers, the data link layer and the physical layer. So here we will treat them as one layer. The network components that internet interconnects nodes or hosts in the network. Example are the address resolution protocols or ARP and the Ethernet. So here we will give you the table of the given OS layer, TCP or IP layer, and its examples. So the first is the application presentation and session, which has the TCP and IP layer as give an example application. An example is NFS, NIS plus, RIP, SNMP, SMTP, HTTP, HTTPS, DNS, DHCP, FTP, and Telnet. So the next is the transport, which has given a resolve TCP and IP layer as transport or host to host. An example is TCP and UDP. So the rest are already given at the table, so you can just see it. So here we are to my last part report, or the last part given to me, and the next is my partner, which is Chris Monteroyo. So the last part of my report is OIS model and security. So security services has this authentication, access control, data confidentiality, data integrity, non-repudiation, logging, and monitoring. And for the security mechanism has the encipherment, digital signature, access control, data integrity, authentication, traffic padding, routing protocol, and notarization. So Thank you for watching on my part. So the next is Chris Monteroyo. So hope you will still watch this video.
Hi, I'm Chris Montoyo from San Lorenzo, Kawayan, Bilihan. Networks type. There are many different types of network like internet, intranet, extranet, local area network, wide area network, and etc. Internet. Internet is an interconnection of different size network around the world. Intranet. Intranet is the local area network based on TCP/IP but with firewalls that the network access to the internet. An intranet is more secure than the internet because it has a restricted users community and local control. Extranet. An extranet is an intranet that allows select users outside of the firewalls to access the site. Local area network. A network configuration designed for a limited space or geographic area such as series of the office in the same building. Two common types of LAN are the campus area network or CAN and the metropolitan area network or MAN. Wide area network, a group of smaller LAN connected logically or physically. One can combine other sub-networks such as intranet, extranet, and virtual private networks or VPN to provide enhanced networks capabilities. Security policies. The Security Policy Database or SPD is used for decision making on each packet of traffic. The database contains an ordered list of the roles that define which IP packets within the network will be affected by the rule. The database enforces the security or transmission by the IPsec gateway server. IPsec key management. Manual key exchange or IETF RFC 1825. Using the manual exchange, a person manually configures its system with its own keys and those needed to communicate with other VPNs. Simply Key Interchange Protocol or SKIP. SKIP is the based on the generation of the shared secret using Diffie-Hellman with already authenticated public key values. Internet Security Association and Key Management Protocol or ISAC-MP, Oakley. ISAC-MP is needed to negotiate, establish, modify, and delete security association under corresponding data. Applied VPNs. Many VPNs now use SSL for security and encryption. They requires no end-user software. Connection originate from the internet access URL. VPNs are virtual private networks. VPNs is a network technology that makes it possible to establish private tunnels over the public internet. The primary use is employee connecting remotely to the corporate network, extranet, connection with business partner, front office network. Uses IP security or IPsec for security. IPsec operates at both the network layer and session layer of the TCP/IP protocols stack. Firewall. Firewall typically runs monitoring software to detect and thwart external attack on the site and protects the internal corporate networks. Firewall are an essential device for network security. Many of the architecture needed for security rely on one or more firewalls with an intelligence device.